You can stay longer.
Mm-mm-mm.
You can stay longer. You can record that the I mean the meeting, and you can share documents. I am studying it by myself, but I haven't finished. Still, there are certain things which I don't understand.
Because she
But the
told.
advantage is
Uh-uh.
that you can stay longer,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
does not like Zoom that
Zoom
is just 45 minutes.
40 minutes, and then you have to reconnect as long as you apply pro, then there's no interruption. Because Shikar told me before that he uses this kind of software, so that's why he can record the conversation.
Yeah.
But in the Google Meetup itself, you cannot record. There's no recording.
In Google Meeting,
Sure. Yeah, yeah. There's no Google.
no, he records our interviews.
Yes, because he uses kind of software, his own.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
maybe.
But I don't have it, so that's why I don't. I cannot use Google Meetup, guys. So I prefer to use Zoom.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's continue our topic because our time is very limited. So let me share
Mm-hmm.
my screen one more. Where is that?
Alex, I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Talking about individualism with all these women, are you not scared?
Scared.
Indeed.
Don't be scared. We don't be scared of women,
He's
okay?
brave man
You are a brave
among,
man.
yes, among of us.
Where is Tom? Where is Tom?
I, I
Ah,
am only one man among the beautiful girls.
I know. I thought that you were going to just quit, but you were brave and you stayed.
Yeah.
stay with us.
Thank you, thank you. I try to stay calm
Okay. Okay, let's continue.
around you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually,
This
Tom.
topic is
Mhm.
sorry. This topic it's more concerned about girls, of course, because
Yes.
men a bit different from women. And as for me, I don't mind about my appearance, my haircut, or something
Mhm.
like that. It's very different. I
That's
don't
what I.
express myself by this way, you know.
Mm. Yes,
Okay.
continue, guys. So where are we now? Number 4?
No, number three.
Number 3. Okay, what do you think when you see someone who looks very different? What do you think of it?
The person is different. Okay. Okay. I'm joking. I'm kidding. It doesn't bother me. Yes. Everybody has the right to be whatever he or she wants. Yes.
Yes.
It's optional. We can decide about ourselves. And if you are if you are bothered about my way of speaking or dressing, or I'm so sorry, bye bye.
This is me. This is
Yes.
you, right? Uh-huh.
Simple like that.
Yes, we are different. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to add something about number 3, guys? You want to add something about?
It could be, in my opinion, it could be if a person look like different from others. It could be a creative person, maybe, because sometimes we can see people from who is on the how to say fashion,
Fashion.
fashion,
Uh-huh.
fashion, yeah,
Fashion
in
model.
fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they are so different from other people in their clothes and in their style and maybe some appearance, and it could be some creative people. I don't know.
Well, I want to say something. I know that some people like to to be the center of attention. Some
Mm-hmm.
people, I'm not saying that all of us, but some people like doing that. And I've seen people. I remember the first time I came to the United States. We went I took my mom to the to New Orleans to a clinic that was very famous a long time ago. And being in that clinic, I saw a guy. He was dressed with colorful clothes and very tight. He was a man. He was very high. He has that hat with a feather and boots, like if he was going to ride a horse. And I was shocked. I just couldn't stop looking at that person. I was, I mean, I know I shouldn't have done that, but it called me so much the attention. And I think that, well, then I realized that certain people here in the United States like to dress like that.
Or
So
maybe,
what? That's up to them.
mm-mm-mm.
That's up to them.
Or maybe he attended kind of concert or maybe event that he
I
had
don't
to
know. I don't
wear
know because
that
it just
costume.
shocked me. As Maria Angela said, that's up to anyone. Anyone gets dressed as they like. So that's none of our businesses, right?
That's true. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
How about Andriana? Thank you so much, Mai.
Okay.
Yes. Um, Actually, I have been learning with my experience of my life to stopping judge people, different styles, because it happens sometimes with me in my life when you judge someone and when you really know how someone is in deeper, you change your what you think about this person. So it happens sometimes with me, and I will tell about example. I knew a man about all body tattoo, with tattoo in all body. I don't know,
Mm.
Yes.
a lot of tattoo, all body, like until here, until neck.
Oh my God.
And yeah, he looks like maybe angry. And when I knew, when I had the opportunity to talk more with him, I discovered that he's cute, he's sensitive, he's a great person. But when I was looking that man with his styles, his style, I judged that at first. I to be honest, but I changed all my thoughts when I knew him exactly how he is. So I have been learning with my experience, my life, and my judges
Yeah.
to stop judging people.
That's true. Don't judge the book by its cover. We have
Yes.
this kind
Well,
of
that
phrases.
that means that what a person shows. I mean, what you look at in a person doesn't reflect what that person is within himself or herself, right?
That's true.
A person can be very different in the inside and have a different, like a shield, different.
Yes.
What you
Cover
see
it.
in that person is different of what that person is in the inside,
If for the first time you
right?
saw that person, he or she looks really kind, but when you know him or her, you disappointed because his or her behavior is totally opposite what you think in for the first time.
Yes. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I have to go in a few minutes because I have an appointment, just to let you know.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
No
you.
worries.
Sorry.
No worries, Adriana. Take your time. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next question.
Number 4.
Number 4, can you read it?
If you went to a job interview with the
Let-
green hair, what do you think would happen? Well, it depends. It depends on the place, maybe, because I remember I went one day to England and I went to Rome, and most of the girls had the hair in red color, dyed in red or green or even blue.
Mm.
And they were teenagers and even older girls. And well, that's a matter of style of in each place, I think.
Mm-mm-mm.
Maybe in other places, you can, if you go to a job interview with your hair dyed in color like this, blue, red, or green, maybe you will. I mean, maybe the person who's going to interview you may think that you are not a responsible person, but it has nothing to do with that.
Mm-mm.
The way you dye your hair or your style has nothing to do on how effective you may be in any job.
Mm-mm-mm. And I think
But in
depends
some
also.
countries, I think that in Korea,
Uh-huh.
if you go to an interview with red color in your hair, maybe it
Can't.
wouldn't. I
Yes.
mean,
It's not
you won't.
acceptable, I think.
It's not acceptable. Okay,
Mm-mm-mm. I think
but
maybe the owner think, are you going to apply a bar? If you're
okay,
applying for the job for the office or as
yes,
a teacher,
okay,
no, no, no. You have to be
yeah.
professional, at least like brown hair.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
but not in England, not in Rome, because there is normal to see those girls. Do you know that hairstyle that they cut? They wrap all this and only leave this part like Indian silk.
Oh my God.
You see? Have you seen that hairstyle? I
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
seen girls in Rome and England with that hairstyle.
Wow.
Like Indians, I mean Indians, not in an offensive sense. The Sioux Indians, they used to have that haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Like here it was, I don't know how, like a brush in the middle of the hair of the head. That's a hairstyle that is used a lot in those countries.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, Mai. How about Lubaba?
I agree with May because it depends from country and depends
Hmm.
from a workplace, and it could be, for example, in Canada, we also have free views of people with different kind of style, and I remember that when I worked in a big mall, and my manager, she was about maybe 60 years old, and she had some shave on the of her head hair on the one side, and
Hmm.
it was great because it was a kind of eve close to Happy New Year, and she shaved like a how to say snowflake here, and it was so creative and interesting, and she was so sweetheart person, and everybody loved her. And no, I can say that it not depends from style. It could be different kind of color of hair. And here in Canada, I can say that it's acceptable to hire people in with a different kind of color of hair, but it also depends from the job place, because I think it could be some places that management don't allow doesn't allow for people in this style. But also I know that in Russia it's with and my previous country, Kazakhstan, these countries, it's more, how to say, they have some strict rules for hiring people for workplaces, and we they try to follow some special rules. And if a person with some extravagant color of hair try to accept some job position, they need to think about their style and hairstyle exactly, and clothes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lobaba. How about Maria Angelica? Maria Angela, unmute yourself, please.
Well, I agree with Lubava. Is that it? Lubava and Mai. And because I think that it depends, it really depends on the workplaces, because formal places demands formal appearance. Yeah. But for example, if you go just for an interview at a tattoo studio or at a hairdresser's or something in a very informal environment, why not? Yes, it's not strange. It is for sure, it's different, but it can fit in many places, but not exactly in formal places. Yes. So we have not be ordinary, but if you want to reach something or to do something, if you are very interested, you have to fit in the place. Yeah, you have to be according to their demanding. Yes,
Yes.
that's all. Okay,
You have to reach their requirements, their
that's
standards.
it.
Hmm, that's true. How about you, Alex? Do you agree with green hair when applying interview, different color?
Yes, I agree with you, all of you. You know, it's very interesting to me listening your opinion, and I hope it helped me to understand the secret whole of the woman in the future, maybe some kind of it, and. And just for men, it's very interesting when and rare of the men who want to express themselves with their appearance, with their hair or something like that. Uh, for example, when a lady appear in the party and see the another lady in the same dress, it's just catastrophe for her. And at the same time, it's nothing wrong with the man. He even didn't mention, didn't notice that the
Yeah.
same shit or
Clothes,
something like that. Very interesting.
it's like uniform. You
Yeah.
Yes,
with that.
but when I see the woman or man with different color of hair, I always think what make him to uh, to wear this kind of hair, green or other color, and I just don't understand the goal which are trying to reach by, maybe it's just to express individuals, or maybe just want to attract attention of other people and be in the center of attention, and be like in light spot of other people. The same situation with tattoo was like next. I already changed to other question. When I think tattoo on the people, it's scared me. Why they do that? In our country, tattoo in my time, it was only men who was in prison, and why the beautiful lady
Tattoo. Mm.
wear tattoo, and I always try to imagine she in the future when she will be an old lady and it will be just awful on the body. The old. It's very
Well,
funny.
very
Yes.
nice, very nice. And I think that, can I say something?
Sure, 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 Maya.
I think that youngsters, uh, boys, they even dye their hair with
Mhm.
they were I mean highlights. They put highlights on their hair. I think this for two reasons. One one reason is to call the attention, and the other reason is to like a kind of disagreement with society.
Mhm.
I see it that way. Some of them disagree so much with our society that they do things which seem to us extravagant, like wearing highlights or dyeing their hair in blue or red or whatever, or wearing those tattoos all over their bodies. This is a sign of disagreement with society, a kind of protest that they do. That's what I think.
Mhm. So
I
for me,
don't know.
if I see someone with lots of tattoos, I feel like, oh, it's disgusting. I don't like it. I don't like it. Especially if women wear lots of tattoos.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't like it anyway. Tattoo.
I think
How
I
about
think it depends also from culture and our
Yes.
upbringing.
Oi.
Because Alex and me, we have the same roots and maybe the same age, and it could be, yeah, it depends from how we were upbringing and from our families, and that we feel from our childhood, and we know some rules, and we try to follow them. But I also see that. I changed my mind a lot when I moved to another country, because my surroundings changed too, and not changed because I became in different situation and different environment, and that's why my opinion about this changed also, and I can accept different kind of tattoos, but not so much, and it could be some little bit, and maybe I'll do something too for me, but for many people I know in Russia and in my previous country in Kazakhstan, it's not acceptable at all, and I had the same opinion when I have lived there.
mm, and also I think wearing tattoo, it's really hurt when first time. Oh, I
I
think
don't know, I didn't do it.
you didn't do it.
It,
Maybe I haven't tried it either. Neither.
it not only hurts, it is dangerous. You can contract hepatitis
Mm.
C I mean, if the people who works with the tattoos don't have the proper, I mean, care about the needles and those type of things, people can contract that illness like hepatitis
Mm. It's dangerous.
by the use of the needles
Yeah.
if they are not well sanitized or
Mm. Oh,
this
Guys,
is
You should
very net.
will you
please.
excuse me just for a sec? I really must go, okay? There is a problem here and I have to deal with, so I must go now. Yes, it was very nice to see you. So I hope to see you next meeting up,
Okay,
okay?
have a nice Mother's Day, Maria Angela.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. Bye.
thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So moving on to our next question. If you had to change your hair color, what color would you like to change it to? For me, I think I like blonded, blonde hair, brown, light brown.
Light brown, yes.
Yeah,
Light brown is okay.
I don't like too much light because oh, it's not much in my skin tone. It's not much because my skin tone is dark complexion. So if I wear too much light color, so it seems like I'm
No,
working.
no, but there are some light highlights which are not I mean, like a champagne color.
Uh-huh.
It's not that they are not yellow. They may be good for you. Like champagne is called champagne.
Champagne. Mm.
Champagne, yes. Highlights. They will uh, change a little bit your hair color,
Yeah,
and maybe you would look
more
younger. Who
younger.
knows? You
She's
don't need
younger.
that right
Look
now.
more fresh.
You're okay like that. Natural.
Natural.
Yes.
By the way, my I like your hair color.
Ah,
Yeah, I like it. Is it
you
natural?
know,
Curious about it.
I have some highlights, but not that much.
Yeah,
Not that many.
it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really suits.
When I was a little girl, I had my hair blonde and curly.
Wow,
Wow, it was great.
nice, curly.
I have those pictures when
Mm.
I was a little girl.
Wow, maybe you were really kid.
Because my mother, um, my mother was blonde and she had green eyes. And her father was blonde and he had blue eyes.
Wow.
But I think that their ancestors were not Venezuelan.
Mm-mm.
You know that Venezuelans are a mixture. We are a mixture. When we were conquered, many people came to our country, and they mixed Spaniards. I mean, from Europe up. Many people came from Europe, so it's a mixture. It's not a pure race in Venezuela. All of us are mixed. We are a mixture,
I see.
as in many other countries in America.
I see. By the way,
Because we're the last continent that was, discovered.
mm,
And we were the last continent discovered
in Venezuela, right? Venezuela.
in all America.
Ah, I
And
see.
then the British came, the Spaniards came, the Italian, Portuguese, all these people came to Venezuela
Mm,
from Asian countries. So we are such a mixture.
mix
All America.
too many different
Races,
uh,
yes.
cultures and nationalities mixed together.
Hmm.
And then they married and meet each
So
other.
if you look at our genealogy,
Uh-huh.
you can find that we are not. We are a mixture of all those races who came
Mm-hmm.
to our countries, to our continent.
Yeah. Wow, guys, do you know this idiom? Have you ever felt
Which,
like a square peg in a round hole?
oh, I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. When I read that last night, and I didn't have time to look it up in the dictionary.
I have searched this one. The meaning is like you are not suit in that particular place. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can guess this meaning
I
too.
could guess,
Mm.
but I didn't know exactly the meaning.
So have you ever
You
felt
know, we have an idiom in Spanish, but I'm going to translate it into English. It's like it's like a cockroach,
the crutch?
a cockroach. You know the insect
Yes, yes, cockroach.
Yeah.
in a party of hens.
Party of hands. What?
Hens, the
Uh-uh.
animal, the bird that we eat. Hens, because hens eat cockroach.
What is the meaning?
What's the meaning of that?
I,
Why?
okay, it is. I'm going to write it for you.
Uh-huh.
like
So yeah.
a cockroach. I don't know. That's not exact the way how to write that. A cockroach is an insect, a very ugly insect. A cockroach
Uh-huh.
in a party of hens
Cockroach.
because hens eat cockroach.
Uh-uh.
A little bit confusing.
Yes.
Cockroach in a party of hens. What do you
Uh-huh.
think about this cockroach?
I think hens just eat this cockroach.
Yes.
It's an unusual situation when cockroach get into this party. It's unusual, very unusual.
Yes. This is the name.
Mm-hmm.
A cockroach is an insect.
It's like
If that insect goes to a party of hens, hens will eat that cockroach. You see?
Mhm.
It's
why?
more or less the same meaning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, that means have you ever felt in an uneasy situation? That's the meaning of that. That's have you ever felt like a square peg in a round hole? That means have you ever felt in a very uneasy situation? Maybe because of your dress, maybe because of the way you look,
Mhm.
maybe like
You're uncomfortable. You're
you don't
uneasy.
like the people you feel uneasy with
Mm.
that people, with those people. You don't feel like you fit in that situation. That's what that means.
Ah, the cockroach.
Yes, like a cockroach in part of hens will feel scared because hens are going to eat her.
Ah, I see. I
In
got
Russian,
Did you get that?
Yeah, yeah.
yes, yes, right now, yeah, I
You
got it.
get that? Did you get that, Rubaba?
Yes, it's
Okay.
interesting because in Russian language we also have some science, yeah, saying,
Sayings.
yeah, and it could be I feel myself not in my plate, something like this.
Okay.
In some situation, I feel confusing. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't match to this environment and my surroundings.
We have another one that says, I felt myself like a mouse in a box of nails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Box of nails.
Okay.
So you're not.
I felt,
I felt myself in a box of nails. Wow, we learned from you, Mai, today some idioms. It's like a
I felt myself like a mouse in a box of nails. Can you imagine a mouse so little, a box of nails? The nail will pinch if he moves, any way he moves, he will pinch himself with the nails.
Mm-mm.
So he will feel uneasy within that box. You
Yeah,
see?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-mm.
Did you
okay.
understand that, Alex?
Do you understand, Alex? Yes.
I understand this, of course.
Okay, but
I
have you
think
Okay.
explained
Yes.
here?
Yes.
sometimes
Sometimes.
sometimes I got in this situation when you have the environment which you unfamiliar with. For example, you with very intelligent, smart people, and they talk about something
Oh,
very
yes.
high or something scientific, and you don't know what to say about it, and you just keep silent, and you feel
Yes.
like Luba said in the
Exactly.
wrong
You're
plate.
speechless
Uh,
in the end.
it's very interesting.
You know that the other day, my husband is in
Hmm?
Venezuela.
Mai?
He came here and he went in December. And then he messaged me and he asked me, Mike, what was the language that Jesus Christ spoke? And I said, my goodness, how come are you asking me that?
Mm.
Because these people are talking about that and I know nothing about that. And you are my encyclopedia. And then
Mm.
he felt uneasy because people were talking about the languages of the ancient times, about the language that Jesus Christ spoke, and he didn't know that. And I told him Arameo. That's the language that Jesus spoke. Oh, thank you very much.
Wow.
He usually calls me with those questions that surprise me a lot.
Mhm. But you have this bunch of information in your head that you can answer to everyone when they suddenly ask you something
Well,
spontaneously.
I like to read and have read a lot. And the more you read, the more you learn,
Yeah,
right?
that's true, guys. You have to read any articles that interest you, that you might just like pushing yourself to read that article, but you don't really like it. As long as you love that article, then it intrigues you to keep reading it.
Yes.
That's what I did also in the past few days. Nowadays, whenever I receive any emails from the bloggers I subscribe, but when I like the articles they send me, I keep reading it continuously because it's really interesting. And then you will learn lots of vocabulary and the way they write the article. Actually, our time is almost finished. We have to.
Do we have time for a last question?
Uh, Last
This
question.
topic I like.
Oh,
Then
okay.
another one.
Okay. We have 1 minute left. You wanna say something?
Okay, yeah, and then thank you. I think we should thank you for this meeting. It was so interesting. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, sure, sure, sure.
Thank you very much. It
Yes.
was
Mhm.
it
And
was
you,
pleasure for
Baba,
me.
and you have a good Mother's Day tomorrow. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys, for joining and have a nice week and enjoy your celebration tomorrow.
You too.
Yes,
Bye
guys.
Have a
bye.
great weekend and take care in
And
this
See
difficult
you.
time.
thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Yes.
Bye.